after the road trip, you guys went back to Australia again.
Yeah.
And then COVID came, and then you guys kind of stuck there, and then I wonder how's the life over there.
Yeah. So at first, before COVID happened, I think it was quite good. So we were in Broome, which is Northern Australia, and we were both working as receptionists. So that was not too bad. That was a good job. But then we moved to Esperance. I worked visitor supervisor, and he worked as a manager.
Yeah, not at first.
not
I was
at
just a
first,
bartender
yeah.
at first.
Yeah.
And then like her visa was coming to like a close. So because we had done farm work to extend the visas, but our plan was just to finish out, just stay like 8 months I think in Australia, and then go to South Africa, and then to Egypt, all of Europe, and then travel to Iceland, and then go back to the US. That was the original plan.
Yeah.
But so we didn't.
No,
it never happened, obviously,
Still
because
here.
of COVID.
Yeah. And honestly, we had no reason to believe that they were gonna try to like
Screw us over.
Because so far, like at that point, we thought they were good people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So it was
we
just
were very wrong.
It was crazy. Like I went from a bartender, this is a nice job, to they made me a manager, and now they were really mean to the security team that was there.
Yeah.
So the security team walked off on like Christmas Eve. There's like
the busiest day of
700
the year, they
people
walked out.
in the bar, and they just walked out. They're like,
Doing
no, we're not gonna work for these assholes. And so like I'm sitting here, like I have to do security, managing, like all this crazy stuff for the lowest amount they're legally allowed to pay me. Literally like the lowest amount that they're allowed to pay me.
Like he was basically making $21 an hour.
Yeah.
Like to give you a reference, like more or less, like any other job, like McDonald's pays at least 25.
Yeah, McDonald's
So-
pays $25 an hour, like anywhere else. So I was a manager at a pub with like 700 people making $21 an hour.
And then you have to do the security
And I have to
stuff.
like
Yeah.
physically remove. There was people that were
Physically
fighting.
remove people.
Like there's these two guys that started fighting because they're like, mate, I don't think they should kill sharks. And this guy's like, well, I think they should kill sharks. And then they just started fighting.
Yeah.
So I was like, guys, like who cares? It's just sharks. Like kicking them out. Like it's insane. Like, and yeah, long story short, basically, like we just tried to set aside the negatives that were happening, and we got married. We had a great time. We like went on a few vacations, like saw some things, and then basically we didn't mean to leave as soon as we left.
Yeah.
But we were like planning to leave anyways. At
At
some point we wanted to leave.
Yeah.
But what expedited it is I started a comedy show at the opposing bar, which they weren't happy about, obviously. I did ask them if they wanted the comedy show at their venue, and they said no. And I was like, well, fair enough. Like it's comedy, it could be offensive sometimes. Like that's fine. I think it's better to do it somewhere else anyways. And so I did it somewhere else. They didn't say anything. 3 weeks went by. I was advertising the show. They didn't say anything. The night of the show, there was like 100 people, 80 to 100 people there the first night. And the manager that I was working for told the owners of the hotel or the pub that there was only 11 people there. They're like, oh, don't worry about the comedy show. It's nothing. It's not a big deal. But then somebody had recorded it and videotaped it and uploaded it on Facebook. So there was like a huge showing of like, you could see how many people were there. It was packed.
I saw that
and
video.
So then the owners saw the video. It was crazy. And I didn't even know I thought it was going to be some small little like show just for fun, you know, just to have fun, a few friends.
Honestly, everything was so stressful. We needed an outlet. We needed something to feel good. The truth is that nothing was running correctly over there, and the summer season was terrible for everyone. So he needed something, you know, to like go and have fun once a week and then come back and keep working, you know? Like
some people play guitar or sing. Like I wanted to do comedy, so I did that.
That makes sense actually.
And so that was the whole reason of the show. I didn't know it was going to be that big. And So yeah, then that happened. Then as soon as he told the owners that,
I wasn't happy.
The owner called me right away, and he's like, "Hey, so how about this comedy show that you're doing?" I was like, "Yeah, how's it going? It's good. It's good." It's like, "Well, just so you know, I don't approve of it. You can't be doing that." And he said, "Well, why not? It's on my day off, and I'm having fun." And he's like, "Well, no, when you work here at this pub, you're owned by us. Like, we get to decide what you can do or not." And I was like, "Oh,
not really.
No, you don't own me, man. Like, you don't own me."
$21 a week.
Yeah, exactly. Especially not for $20 a day.
We just signed the contract, you know. I need to sell myself to you.
Exactly. So he was not happy. He started basically threatening me. He's like, "Well, are you getting paid there at the comedy show?" And I was like, "Of course not. It's something I'm doing because I love it and it's fun." And he's like, "Well, hopefully you start getting paid because you're gonna need the money." I was like, "Well, why would I need the money if I'm working for you? I got a full-time job."
So I'm gonna fire you.
Yeah, basically. And I was like, "So are you gonna fire me?" He's like, No, I didn't say that. Because apparently you could get in trouble for.
Yeah, he can't do that.
He can't really fire me for doing something on my day off.
Obviously.
Obviously, yeah. So it just got bad. They started like threatening us, and like they wouldn't even let me take a COVID test when there was like 8 staff members that had COVID. They wouldn't let me heat up my food for lunch.
In the microwave.
Like, I couldn't even use the microwave.
Insane.
And they stole $200 off my paycheck. Like, I had nothing to do with this. I literally had nothing to do with them. I worked for them super hard for 2 years and something. And then they were like, just to piss him off, they stole money in my paycheck. I was like, you guys can get screwed. Bye.
Anybody working in that area, flick me a message. I will tell you which place.
Exactly. So yeah, that basically ended our stay in Australia pretty quickly. Like, as soon as the sponsorship's canceled, you have 60 days to leave the country. So we just spent the 60 days traveling, like going, seeing all these nice places we wanted to see, visit a friend back up in Broome, where we started, was in Broome.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Went to the Whitsunday.
Whitsundays was amazing. And
it's kind of like a honeymoon.
Kind of. Exactly like a honeymoon, because when we got married, we were both at work the very next day. They didn't even give us like the wedding off per se. Like they gave us the day off, but we had to work the following day. So it was like, here you go.
They weren't nice at all.
No, not at all. Like,
terrible people.
It was crazy. So we did that, and then now we got here to New Zealand. And that's when we arrived in Christchurch to see you.
Oh, how do you find New Zealand, like South
So far we really liked what we've seen. So we started in Christchurch. We visited one of my friends, and then our plan was kind of to do a loop. You know, to do Wanaka, Queenstown, Milford Sound, and then go up through Arthur's Pass, and then cross back to Christchurch, and that we were trying to get done around 2 weeks, but it rained for about 6-7 days straight. So our trip was mostly like, okay, we got to Mount Cook, okay, we can't see it, it rains too much, okay, let's go to Wanaka. It's still raining, let's go to Queenstown is okay, we'll see it. Milford Sound, it's raining 5 days straight there, nothing done. We watched all of the Lord of the Rings movies. And then we went to Wanaka for a day because it was sunny. We came back to Milford Sound. Milford Sound was incredible. And then we got a little bit luckier with weather. And then we did, Wanaka again?
Yeah, Wanaka. Hiked Roy's Peak.
Mount Cook.
Oh,
Roy's Peak.
You like the Roy's Peak?
Incredible.
It's amazing, incredible, but there was a little bit.
She almost died on the hike.
So what happened is that I had researched how it was in winter, and they said it was doable. In all the photos, you can see a little bit of snow, but you can see grass, you know? It doesn't look very deep or anything. So I was like, okay. And it said a little bit of snow towards the peak. So I was like, okay,
that should be fine.
That's 3 hours. That means half an hour is maybe a little bit of snow. The rest is fine. It was 4 hours total each way. An hour of no snow, and the rest snow up to here. 3 hours straight. Our feet completely soaked in like glacier water.
Frozen.
So slow.
How did you manage that? I mean, the whole
We just kept trotting through.
Forgot about the frozen stuff.
It was really hard. It was really hard. But it was amazing. It was beautiful. So it's one of the busiest hikes in New Zealand. You see photos of people waiting half an hour for photos at the top.
Yeah.
There was absolutely no one when we went.
Yeah, it was just.
I mean, obviously it was almost us.
Yeah.
A bit like a privilege.
We showed up in the car park at 7:30. So sunset here is at 5:10. So that means like we hiked for 2 hours in the dark. But it was worth it. It was
it was so nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Milford Sound was incredible as well. Dolphins just flying in front of the boat. Like I have a 4-minute video of just dolphins swimming.
Yeah. So Earth, all the efforts.
Yeah.
Guys, welcome to New Zealand. Welcome to South Island.
Thank you.
And all the best for your trip in North Island.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So, well, I mean, due to this storage stuff, so we have to wrap up. But yeah, hope you guys enjoying, and thanks for coming.
Thank you.